Today I am going to work in my magazine idea playground art journal. This is a project that I'm following along Dede Willingham. There is a link to her channel in the description box below. Now, I am going to work way in the back of this magazine art journal, just about to the last page here. By the way, today is June the 14th, and there just happens to be a flag here. June the 14th is Flag Day in the United States, and here's our Star-Spangled Banner. How about that? Very cool. I'm going to put my dictionary under this back cover because I need something solid when I do writing on these pages. And I have found that I do like these big blank pages for when I want to do journaling in my book. In fact, I've gone through over here and painted out a couple for that very purpose because I think I'm going to need more than one page for this. I'll try not to get too chatty. Now, Dede touched on mind mapping and how to go about that in her video where she said take a central object and then 8 smaller objects around that. I'll put a link to her video, but I want to expand on that and perhaps develop it into an art page, but not in this video. You'll see where I'm going with this as it progresses. I am going to do mind maps for 2 characters. Characters meaning people, a female and a male. I'm going to start with the female in this video. And since this little golden jar of paint that I got on clearance for $7.19 is exactly the right size that I want for a circle right in the center of my page, I'm going to use my Hobby Lobby pen that I got for $1 Molotow paint pen that's regularly $8 or $9. I got it for $1.98 on clearance at Hobby Lobby. That's how I shop these days. And I'm just going to draw a circle in the center of my page here. Or I'm just eyeballing. It doesn't have to be exact center, and it doesn't have to be an exact circle. This represents my female character, and well, you know, she's got a hairdo here. And I'm going to put, shall I just put ladies? Lady. We'll put Madame. M-A-D-A-M-E. Meaning that she's of a female gender. Now, from this, I have a list of characteristics that you would think of when you think of a lady. And I'm going to start drawing these out. And I might have to squeeze some in as I go. But you think of her age. And I'm going to draw an arrow way up here. Maybe I can, whoops. And we're going to go A here. We're going to put a circle. What am I doing here? I'm going to be showing you the way my mind maps. There are probably 100,000 different ways to mind map, and I'm sure that if you Google it, you'll find some really cool, interesting ways to mind map if you are interested in that sort of a thing. I'm interested in it because, well, let's talk about that. If you want to draw a picture of a lady, and if you're not looking at a photo reference, which a lot of times I do, I look at a photo reference and then I just go from there and I change it substantially and there you go. But what if you're telling a story and or painting a picture or painting a series of pictures? well, if you're painting a picture, you always have that to go back to, I guess. But let's just say you're writing a story. Just say that she's between 25 and 75, and you decide that she's going to be 45. You're telling this story about a 45-year-old lady. Well, you start out and you write your story, you tell your story. Let's just say you're telling your story verbally, as I am right here. And you get maybe 3 pages or 20 minutes down the road, and all of a sudden, this lady that you said was 45 years old turns out to be 20 years old. Your mind forgot that she was 45 years old. You forget the little details, like if I was going to do a whole series about a 45-year-old lady. I don't want to get to plate number 16 and forget, because I didn't detail it, that I determined here up in plate 1 that she was 45 years old, and all of a sudden down here she's 25 and going out on a date with a 25-year-old man. I think you get the idea. It's a way for me to record visually. I like the visual aspect of it. You can sit and write all this out. This is just a way for me to chart, to graph, to draw out, and it's fun. And it also, it's like Velcro. You think about age, and you determine the age, and then you think, oh, well, what would a 45-year-old lady wear? And you start Velcroing off into other areas. And you may be on N, circle N, and forget what you did for circle D if you're not drawing it out. I think your mind normally mind maps. If you're painting a picture and you're reaching in and you're painting this 45-year-old lady, and you say, okay, she's got blue eyes, and let's see, I want her to have blonde hair, and your mind is mind mapping all that without having to chart it all out. But sometimes I think your mind forgets by the time you get to Z what your mind thought at D or A. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but it makes sense to me, and that's what I'm trying to show here. So I'm just going to continue with what my mind mapping for my lady. I'll call her Madame because I like that. I'm going to put gentleman here. I'll probably put Sir. Okay, we're going to put age, and we're going to put, I like to start with the face. Is her face round, square, oval, that type of thing? I'm not going to put that on here. I'm just going to put a circle to B. We are on to C. Since I said face, let's do her body type, or meaning her body shape. Is she tall? Is she short? Is she slender? Is she fat? Is she medium? Personality. D. Personality. We're just going to keep going around this. I think I'm just going to, since I'm drawing on this page, just going to go around the circle here. Personality. Personality. E. Education. And these are in no order. These are just in the order as I thought of them. And I may think of more and come in and squeeze some in. I may put D1, D2, D3. I don't know. This is just what I thought of now. F. Well, I have, is she married? Married, single. She may be too young by the time we determine her age. She may be too young to be married. Too young, too old. We're on the residence. Where does this person live? What type of a house? what state, what country, all of that. H would be children. Does this person have children? That would depend on a lot of things. If they're married, maybe they're married or divorced, or, you know, it depends. We're still deciding. H, this is I. I'm going to put a dot on it there. How about brothers and sisters? I should put family here. Family meaning brothers or sisters, mother, father, aunts and uncles, that type of thing. Cousins. J would be hobbies. Read, journal, walk, swim, travel. We're getting an idea what this lady's going to be like. Hobby, occupation. Does she work? Is she a stay-at-home mother? Is she unemployed? Maybe she does YouTube full-time. We don't know. That's K, L, maybe, let's see, L would be pets. Is she an animal lover? If so, what kind of a pet does she own one, or does she, maybe she works in an animal shelter? Maybe she can't afford to keep a pet, but maybe she helps out at an animal shelter. We're going to find out. We're developing the personality of this person. Intelligence. Is she a genius? Maybe she's just curious. Maybe she's not so bright. We don't know. We're going to find out. Favorites. What is she like? What's her favorite color? Her favorite song? Her favorite food? Her favorite ice cream? Social media. Oh, I'm losing my alphabet here. I'm going to run out of the alphabet. Social media. Just think of all these things that for a person. Think of their lives. And I'm not even touching all of them. Social media. Does she go on YouTube? Is she a Facebook person? She's Google Plus. We're going to find out. Income level. That's important. Is she rich? Is she poor? Is she struggling paycheck to paycheck? Maybe she's a conservative saver. Maybe she's a big spender. We're going to put income. Body shape. I think I got the body shape up here. Face shape. What's her style? Is she a perfectionist? Is she slovenly? Is she frumpy? Is she just neat? We don't know. We're going to find out. So, we've still got some room for R through Z. So, as we think of things, we'll put them in there. So, but I want to draw a visual of this lady. I'm going to put Madame, I'm going to put lady. And over here, I'm going to put sir, or I could put gentleman. Gentleman. I need my dictionary. No, sir. And we can do the same thing for him over here. Now, I'm not going to do it all on here. I'll do it off camera. You get the idea. Okay, over here I got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all of these circles. These are going to go Really, I could put little arrows on them because they're going to go off the page. This is just Meri's charting. This isn't anything official. I'll go back in and fill the rest of them. So we're going to go to A. We're going to do that over here. We're going to come this way. A. And we're going to put Madame. And we'll put Lady. And A was age. Well, that should be easy. You think? I can think of a few things. For purposes of my journal here, I'm going to limit it 25 to 70. Why 25 to 70? Because that is the general age range that I can see in my analytics of people who visit my channel. So this lady is going to be somewhere between the age of 25 and 70. So we'll fill that in when we determine what it is. We're going to put B will be year born. I should put birth year. C will be, where was she born? Where, meaning what state? Well, we'll get that. Where, what state, in a hospital, was it a home birth? Let's see, what else with the age? I'm trying to think what else. Those are the general things with the age. So I'm going to keep those. That's all I can think of on the fly. I might think of some things later, and I can always come back and fill this in. Now this is going to be on the same page, so I'm not going to put arrows. I'm just going to put B here. Birth year. So that would depend on how old she is. We're going to say 2017 minus the age. That will tell us how old she is. So C would be where I'm meaning what state. Was it a hospital? And these are questions. These are questions. Was it a home birth? And I'm going to put other here as I think of it. Okay, and I can keep doing that through all of these. I can go to the face. So you see my 800 pages can get filled up pretty fast. Madame, Lady. This is just one character that I'm developing. B. You know, and I could do little sketches in here. I don't know on age, but maybe the state. I could draw a little sketch of the state, the hospital. I might find a picture of a hospital and put there. Was it a home birth or other, or even make little notes in there, little doodles. This is B. Actually, it should be B here. B going down. And let's draw. I'm going to do this one, and then I'll quit and develop the rest of them off camera. Face. So we're still on our lady. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 pages of information to find out about this lady. How fun is that? Now, if you were writing a story, you might just do all this subconsciously, or just make a note or jot it down. But I like the visual part of it. And I have it. I can come back and doodle on it. I can play with these pages. This is my playground. Okay, so this I should put here. I'm going to put age up here, and I'm going to put face here. Okay, so what about the face? Shape. Is it round? Well, we put A here. A, B, C. That could really be 1, 2, 3. We're going to make them 1, 2, 3 here. One is shape. So we're going to down here. 1, shape. Of course, round, square. You know the face shapes. You see them in the beauty magazines all the time. Oval. Circle. That's good enough. So we're getting a good idea what this lady's going to look like. How about her eyes? That's two eyes. Color. I should put eye color. Well, we could put color here. And then we could get the colors. Brown, hazel, green, black. You can just keep on going. Shape of the eyes. I'm just going to leave it at those two. That's good enough. What about her nose? 3. Nose. Is it long? Short? Do her nostrils flare? You know, shape of the nostrils. What else about the nose? Maybe it's got a bump on it. Who knows? We'll decide later on that one. 4, mouth. Her mouth. Is it small? I'm going to put lips. Lips small, large, medium, I'm going to put skin tone. I'm going to put 5 out here. I'm not going to have much room for doodling here. Skin does she have beautiful, smooth baby skin? I'm going to put tone. What else? Does she have wrinkles? Maybe she's got smooth skin. Maybe she's got wrinkles. Maybe she's just got a few wrinkles around her eyes, depending probably on her age. If she's 25, she may have a few blemishes. If she's 75, maybe she's 70, maybe she's getting some age spots up there. Birthmarks. Let's put birthmark. Well, no, we could put birthmark as the skin. And I'm going to include the neck here as part of the face. Neck, is it short, long. You could also put tone, meaning the wrinkles, or if it's smooth, does it have blemishes. Face and age. So look, here's this lady. We've determined we have 15 or 16 different characteristics that we're going to describe about her. And we've already started here on the first 2 pages, and we have 3 describing her age and 6 things describing her face, and there's probably a lot more. If you see this video, comment if you think of one I don't have, so that I can put it on here. And by the time I get done developing this whole lady here, we'll have a mental picture of how she might look. So how am I going to choose these? Well, I have a fun way to choose them, but I'm not going to do that right away. I'm going to go develop all of these, and I'll come back in a different video. And when I come back and do a different video, this is going to be the end of this video. I'm just showing you how I'm beginning to mind map my 2 characters. And it's going to be a story. I'm going to tell a story about them. However, I'm going to develop that story in this idea journal. And I don't know how many pages. It might take all 800 pages by the time I get finished. And maybe I'll incorporate some things of the photos. Maybe this will be their winter home, or maybe this will be a cabin, their summer cabin, and it all froze up in the winter. Who knows where this story is going to take me. But in the next video, when I come back, I'm going to have the gentleman, all these characteristics drawn out on this page. I'm not going to bore you by taking these and putting them over here. I'm going to have the rest of these developed on separate pages, painty pages. I might make some doodles. I'll show them to you in the next video. And I'm going to take all of these and put over here and develop all these. So I'm going to have quite a few of these pages filled out by the time we see the next video. I know this might bore some of you. You may think, why? Why? Because it's my fun. Because this is my story that I'm telling, and this is the way I'm approaching it this time. I may not do this next time, but I'm going to use my playground art journal to develop a story about these 2 characters. And we're going to see where this story goes. This might be fun. This might be really fun. I don't know if it will go any place. I may get tired of it after the second video. I may say, oh, that was fun. Let's go do something else. Dede's doing this. Wow, that looks fun. Or Dede might do she might give me a homework 2 assignment. And I may work a homework 2 assignment right smack dab in the middle of this story. And maybe, where's my homework 1? Let's go to homework 1. Here's my homework 1 assignment. How do you think that I could take this Coney Island cutie that I developed for homework 1 and incorporate it in this story that I'm going to create here? I don't even have a title for it. I don't have a plot. I'm not a published author. I don't think all this stuff out before I write this story. I'm just having fun playing in my magazine idea playground. I might have to find more magazines. We'll see. I will see you on the next page.